Thanks for joining us. Now, students of Nkwanta Senior High School in the Nkwanta South District of the Volta region are compelled to study under very harsh conditions as a result of the school's infrastructure challenges. This phenomenon has led to congestion, especially in the dining hall, classrooms, and girls' dormitories. School authorities are appealing for some quick intervention. They explain that the completion of some abandoned projects will help ease the situation. They cite some uncompleted projects they say could help ease the situation if they could be readily attended to. Fred Kwame Asare has more.
Nkwanta Senior High School, since its establishment in 1974 as a community second cycle institution, has witnessed very little infrastructure development. Ceilings in some of the classrooms are decaying and falling off, posing threat to students. With a student population of about 1,600, the school is hit with limited number of classrooms, compelling authorities to erect iron sheet pavilion to accommodate first-year students. An assistant headmaster, Joseph Idrisu Mahama, explains the situation affects delivery of quality education.
There are 9 classrooms, but because it has not been clouded, when a teacher is in one class teaching, the other class, the noise gets to the other class. The management tried to fence it with an iron sheet, but the people from town comes to remove it, so the whole place is open. So at times when it rains, the teacher will have to stop teaching until after the rains. We are appealing to the government if they can do something about it.
The dining hall, which was originally built to accommodate 200 students, now serves over 1,400 students. The only option is for students to take their meals in batches. School gatherings are held under these trees since the school does not have a befitting assembly hall. Meanwhile, work had stalled on an ultra-modern dining and assembly hall facility attached with a kitchen. A 12-unit Get Fund-sponsored science department block has also been abandoned for about 7 years now. Another challenge is congestion in the girls' dormitories, which the school's management say needs renovation and expansion to accommodate the increasing number of students. The Nkwanta SHS headmaster, Lovely Bwedu, appealed to government to resume work on the abandoned projects and also supply all texts and exercise books for the first beneficiaries of the free SHS policy to enhance academic work.
For the dormitory, the boys don't have a problem as such, but for the girls, if you go to the dormitory now, what you will see, you may not like it. So we are appealing to the government as a matter of urgency to build a new dormitory for the girls, and then to expand our dining hall for us. If not now, at least the dining hall furniture have to be brought.
Infrastructure deficit is the major hiccup to achieving quality education and the government's free SHS program in the Nkwanta South District. However, the Deputy Volta Regional Minister Maxwell Blagoji, during an earlier visit to the district, promised to ensure the challenges are resolved within the shortest possible time. Fred Kwame Asare's report for JoyNews.
By the Presbyterian Church to provide a solution to the challenge presented by the high demand for space in Ghanaian universities. That is the perceived lowering of academic standards and the erosion of moral and ethical values in the Ghanaian society. It's programs to the development needs of Ghana in the 21st century and beyond in terms of training, research, extension, and service. That's the focus for most of these programs. Well, this morning we put the spotlight on the contribution of the Presbyterian Church to education in Ghana. Now, before we start that discussion though, here's an excerpt of a report by Maxwell Agbagba.
The contribution of churches towards Ghana's education cannot be underestimated. Playing a pivotal role in all of these is the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. The first primary school in Ghana was established by the church in 1843. The church, 5 years later, established the Presbyterian Training College at Ekropon. Since those early beginnings, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana has established and managed in partnership with the government of Ghana hundreds of primary schools and many senior high schools and colleges of education, playing a critical role in absorbing the many students who graduate from Ghana senior high schools is the Presbyterian University College. The school has 5 campuses. It is the beginning of a new semester at the Kwewu Abetifi campus. And I'm here to meet the IT department, Mr. Eric Amankwa. Mr. Amankwa is taking the level 200 class through his code of conduct. Inside the lecture hall, I met Obin Yahu Osai, a final year student of business administration. Obin says the comparatively smaller class sizes put him ahead of his colleagues in public tertiary institutions.
Okay, we're a small number of people. You get to hear what the lecturer says. Whatever goes on, you get to participate. So you get to learn more than in the government schools. Because whereby you have 200 people going into one room, some people standing outside, other people recording and all that, is not beneficial.
Meet Faith Ampia, president of the Students' Representative Council, here at the Presbyterian University. In July 2017, the coalition of unemployed private nurses described as improper government's decision to prioritize the employment of nurses trained in public institutions over them. Ms. Ampia believes some nurses trained in private institutions like the Presbyterian University College Ghana are better than those from public institutions.
Says that the government must up its game, employ those graduates who are out of school, because they need to work. When I hear some of the private nurses not getting work, why not? Why not? Why aren't we getting work? There are people here who are far better in the public universities. I'll cite an example. In 2015, a lady from this school was adjudged the best licentiate student in nursing. Tech was there. Legon was there. They are the big guys. Why didn't that person come from them? But here.
Yeah, I'm slim. That's the name. So you are fat.
33-year-old Dr. Paul Ejekwakwa teaches business administration and economics. He believes one of the surest ways to reduce graduate unemployment is for tertiary institutions to partner professional institutions.
The tertiary institutions also have to make sure that their students become more employable. Yes, we just have to make sure that our students are developed in such a way that they will be more employable. So that it is not just about the book, it's not just about the theories, it's not just about learning in class. But at the end of the day, let us challenge our students. So that if nothing at all, they will be able to establish their own company, they will be able to establish their own business. As we have seen a number of our students do.
At the Ramsia Training Center on the highest habitable point in Ghana, at Abetifi Kwewu, I met the school's chaplain, Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Blasu. His office is located at the training center, which was established in 1899. Reverend Blasu says the church established the school to provide quality education in a morally upright environment.
If the Presbyterian Church of Ghana was motivated in any way at all to start a university like this, many reasons, but the primary one was because it was observed and still observed that the moral decadence in the country was becoming just too much, particularly at the university level. And so the church thought the little way they can also contribute to put that down will be to institute this type of discipline leadership program at the university level. Yes, we don't like it. What happened at the university campuses? We all went through university. That was not the kind of university that we experienced.
Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Ado Obin has been president of the institution since 2003. He believes the 25% tax on private tertiary institutions is a disincentive.
It is a disincentive. It is a disincentive because sitting here, being the president of this private university, Presby University College Ghana, the kind of expenditure we make is such that at the end of the year, you are practically left with nothing to factor into research, to factor into staff training. So we do not understand why this tax, there was no tax some years back on private universities. It was only in the previous government that this tax, yes, that this tax came on. And really, it is not helping the private universities at all.